Good morning, or good afternoon, wherever you may be, or good evening, or good night. This is Jen at JensArtyInclinations, a place to create, share, and play.
Hi everyone. You may remember I did these back in December where I made little bookmarks out of them. And so today I decided I'd make these little one-pager books. So like little signs, and that one's just a little plain one. This one has some little pockets in it. So one in the front there, one in the middle on the side, and one in the back there. So that's just using your basic one-page fold. And then this one that still has a little pocket there, another little pocket in the middle there, and on this one I did a little flap out the back, and that one I just did a slightly different zine fold. And I used these little medallions on the front as well that I also did in another video. So I'll make sure I link these videos below. This is how we do our basic little booklet. Fold it in half, hot dog style, and fold it both ways so that that crease becomes a really good crease. Then we just open it out and fold it in half, hamburger style. And again, make sure that that's a really good crease. Now, you fold that in half again, so you can fold it all together, but it works quite nicely when you do each side separately. So just fold the outside edges into the middle. Now again, fold your creases both ways, use a bone folder, use your fingernail to press it down, use, your scissors, whatever. But voila, that's all you're folding. Now I've just inked the folds so that you can see them. So here we are, doing it again. And all the folds are the same. I just haven't unfolded that first step this time. But same deal, fold it in half lengthways, then fold it in half horizontally, hamburger style, fold the top one down, and then fold the other side down. Now if you fold it this way, you can sometimes, it's a little bit easier to make sure that the book sits properly, because you're sort of being a little bit more, it will be a little bit different when it's folded out once it's in half. But again, as I say, that's exactly the same fold. So see, I'm just making sure that that's really coming across nicely. All right, so then we're doing exactly the same. We're folding all the other folds the other way so that we're getting nice good creases. So I'll just go around and do that on each of them, and I'll fold my other little bits out. And I just find you'll find it more flexible if you make sure that those folds are folded down really well. Voila, there you go. So again, I've just inked the edges so that you can see it. Now the first one, fold it in half hamburger style, and you're going to do one cut. So there you go, from the folded edge up to the centre. So just have a look now. This is how you fold it into a book. Very simple. And then it creates a little book, and that's how you get your little separate pages. So you'll get 4 little pages. Just make sure that your little cover piece that you've got on the outside folds across nicely. And this is how you can create your pockets if you put your open edges at the top. So, this one, it doesn't matter which way I go. But now I can just create my pockets. And if you do this before you do any gluing, so you can see, then I've got my pocket on my first page. So I'm just going to ink around the edges. And then on the next page, I'll have my little pocket in the side of this one. Oh, my mistake, I meant in the top. So I'm just doing a little thumb hole in this one. And you can actually make that first one a thumb hole as well. I just thought it was nice as a folded down pocket. So there we are. And what I'm actually doing is I'm just doing a little stamping on the underneath page so that I've got a bit of contrast between the front and back there, and you can see the pocket. Another way to do that is you could glue some decorative paper behind it or on the top, and you could do lots of things, but it's just nice to have a little bit of contrast between the front and back. And this last piece again, I'm folding the corner down so that it becomes a pocket, and again I'll just do a little bit of stamping behind that just to add a little bit of texture and contrast. See, I'm not needing to be accurate, it's just rough. And there we are. Inking the edges. Isn't it fun? So now all there is to do is just gluing. So you're gluing around. And on this one, I decided that I would glue the front cover. I decided I'd glue it down so that it was nice and strong. And there we are, gluing down the edge of the next pocket. So all I need to glue is that edge. Now you can glue the inside, but the fold will actually keep the inside together. On this one, all I need to do is glue that bottom edge. It's handy having a needle nose glue bottle for this sort of stuff. So as you can see, these are really simple. They come together really quickly. In actual fact, I find I sometimes do my pockets differently as I go along. And that's kind of good. That's kind of the nice thing when you make a few. So there you are. Pocket there. Pocket in the top. Pocket there. All right, so now it's time for the cover. So I'm grabbing one of these gorgeous sheets that I did. I'll make sure I link a video for that as well. But I've got enough for 2 little books out of this map sheet. And I'm just deciding which way I'll put it on the front. These really are so easy. And I was just actually inspired by these map pages I had. So all I did was strips of cloth, and then I just did a light glue to hold them onto the map page. And then I did a higgledy-piggledy sewing all around them, because that sort of reminded me of the map on the back. And yeah, they came out really well. And then that little circle medallion is beautiful as a decoration on the front. And then, they can take it off. Now, off camera, I did end up putting a book page on the back of the back page there, just to make it a bit more strong. Now, what you can do is you can actually sew around the edge of those little cover pieces as well. The next one is how I did this pull-out bit at the back. I just cut it slightly differently. So in this one, still one cut, but you're actually cutting all the way through those first 3 right up to the top. So you can cut it or you can tear it. So here I'm just tearing it down, and see right to that little last fold. So you just don't want to go through the last fold. Now, then all you do is you just concertina fold it all together, and your last page will go inside. Show you again. Start from the cover. That is going to be the cover, that first bit. So fold it the way you would as a cover, and then you'll find it will work for you. That just means that it makes it easier to make sure that you get that last bit flipped out. All right, using my other piece that I cut for the cover, and the nice thing about addling, I feel a bit addled myself today. You can probably tell I'm a bit flat, really. But, I decided on that one I would actually sew around the edge of that cover, which, is kind of nice. And I like the fact that you get the little sewing line on the inside, although I think I cover that after. Putting a little thumb hole in the first one, because this one, again, open edges at the top, or most of your open edges at the top. But on this one, with that different fold, you'll find that it'll create different kinds of pockets. So just let yourself explore as you go through. In the next pocket, I can do a fold down one. And this is why it's really important not to do any gluing first up, because it's easier to get those folds done just inking the edges there, and I noticed that I had a little tear at the top of that fold. You know how when you're folding something really well, you get a little bit of a tear on the edge of the fold, so that's fine. That thumbnail I popped out, I'm using that to just repair that little fold. Isn't that perfect? So it'll just make sure that it doesn't go any further. You know, I have no problem with having a little fold. It's just that I don't want it to keep tearing. Okay, so folding down that pocket again as we started to do. So now I've got 2 pockets. First one's a thumbhole pocket. Next one is a little fold down pocket. Again, just doing some stamping behind. And voila, a little bit of inking on the edge of that fold, and now we can see that that's happening. Now on the next one, I'm actually doing it as a flip out. So I'm cutting off the edge just to make that a little bit easier, and then I'm just easing these folds out to make sure that they don't bulk up. So I'm just pulling the edge of the paper ever so slightly on both the outside and the inside fold there, just so that it folds into itself nicely, and, you know, just re-inking it works fine. Now, all I'm doing is a little tab on the edge. So see how I'm just pulling that out slightly and then folding it down? So as I said, you're just easing it. It's like easing seams, I guess. Maybe that's what they mean. All right, now I've got that little bit that I cut off the edge. I'm using that as a tab. And that's very easy, you know. And then there it goes. Just a little tab on the edge. I know that folded in half, it's going to be inside because it's the edge of that page that I cut off. And voila, I have a little tab. And oops, I just forgot to ink that one, but that's okay. So that is all my little pockets and folds. So now I can just do my gluing. So that's gluing that little, what do you call it? The first little thumbnail one. Now I'm gluing the next little triangle one. So again, I actually probably don't need to, oh no, I do need to do that inside edge on this one, but just because it's not actually on a fold, it's, you know, its own piece. When you're folding them around singly like this, you do need to fold both sides, but the bottom's on a fold, so I didn't need to glue that. So now I've got my first pocket, my second pocket, and my little flip out. I really like this particular design, so I like using this fold. And then on this one, I decided I'd do, you know, a bit of a different decoration on the front just to show you. And I just had a little digital, probably one of Pam at the Paper Outposts, that one. And it worked perfectly in that little sewing frame that I did around the front. How cool is that? So still got everything working properly there. This here is just some papers that I had, and they're exactly the right height. So I thought, oh, how lovely. Got these from Your Creative Studio. And so I'm just using that to cover up the back with the sewing, make it a little bit more finished, and also it does give that cover a nice strength to it. Gives it some nice sort of durability, I guess. Just inking the edge, just to make sure, you know, if you haven't cut it properly, then that's fine, but that could be anything. That could be, book pages are great to make as little covers. So yeah, I really like this little one. I decided then I needed to just do some stamping to finish the pages. So I like to do, with my stamps, just edge stamps on the pages, so like a little strip, and see how that just sort of gives it a bit of a look. So there you are, and I did a little bit more as I went through. So I did a finer one on the inside here, just folding back the pages, and then you can just stamp off the edge. Now at home, you wouldn't be stamping straight onto your lovely mat, but as you can see, my mat is an absolute disgrace. So yeah, I stamp onto my mat. But the reason you wouldn't do that is because you don't actually want to pick up the ink on your lovely book that you've just finished, but I wasn't too fussed. Popped a little book page on the back of this piece as well, that I just held it against the book page and cut around it. And I didn't really need to because of the flip out, but it did give it a nice finish. So here we are, we're going through them all again. These are the ones that I did as the prototypes. So that's one. This one with the little medallion on the front, and it had little pockets in it as well. So, you know, lots of fun. You can see now when you look at it that I've done some stamping on that one as well in different ways to give it a bit of finish, you know, line the back of that little flap with some paper. So now that you've seen me do it, you can see what I've done. This one, I just did it as a basic book. So I didn't actually put any pockets in that one. That was my first one that I did, I think. And then these are the ones we did together. So pocket inside, nice little pocket there, and another little pocket in the back. That was the first one we did with the cut in the middle two folds. This is the cut with all three, but still just one cut. Pocket at the top, pocket inside, and pocket at the back. Oh, sorry, no, this was one that I did off camera. And that's because I mucked it up. But you can see that you create 5 pages with that second fold that you cut with. And this is the last one that we just did, that we actually finished up properly together with all the stamping. So 2 pockets and just a flip out on the back. I hope you loved these. I had so much fun making them, and I hope they've given you some ideas for what, you know, you might like to do. Plus, it was nice to find some more things to do with those little fabric maps. Take care. I'd love it if you could leave me a comment below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed what you saw today. And of course, please subscribe if you haven't already. I will see you next time. And in the meantime, keep creating. Enjoy!